Hello, everyone. I wanted to talk about perfection today and should what you do be perfect? But I'm not sure everybody has the same definition of perfection. And it's very easy to see why if you look at dictionaries. So if we look at Merriam-Webster, you're going to see what a lot of people that I know think of as perfection, and that is freedom from fault or defect. But they also have maturity, the quality or state of being saintly, an exemplification of supreme excellence, an unsurpassable degree of accuracy or excellence. I'm leaving out the ones where they're actually using the term to define the term, which I find offensive. But if you go to dictionary.com, it's the highest degree of proficiency, skill, or excellence, as in some art, a quality, trait, or feature of the highest degree of excellence. Now, they're not the same thing, and it's the same word defined by two different sources. And what got me thinking about this is I told someone they were perfect, and I stand by that. I do not think, especially in a person, that being flawless is perfection. I don't think of that in our work either. I'm a creator. Not only do I have the podcast, I also do photography, I do 3D printing, I make things for around the house, I do woodworking. All of those things, I try to get the best that I can get and that are functional, right? So maybe a better term for what we do or what we should achieve is a work of art. And maybe that's how we should talk about people as well. And throw out this entire term of perfection. To me, if something meets these definitions of perfection, that is, that it's absolutely without flaw, that would make for an extremely boring and, shall we say, repetitive experience. I think if you were to look at any of the great works of art and look to see if there were any flaws in them, you would find there are. Why? Because that's what makes it art. That's what makes it so special. That's what sets it off from everything around it. Yes, people are praised for making something look like something else, such as a statue or a sculpture. If you are into collectibles and you get like a Terminator one or a superhero one, and it looks like the person who portrayed it, that's the goal, right? Is to look like that person. But they're never perfect. And nor should they be. I don't think the wax museums should strive for a perfect copy of a person because you're never going to achieve it. The same comes with our work. What I think you should achieve is something that you're happy with, that matches what you want to see, that matches your vision of things. And that's what makes it special. That's what makes it a work of art. Now, there's a lot of things that we apply this perfection term to. That meal was perfect. A person is perfect. The sunset was perfect. But it just means it was better than what we're comparing it to, right? How can you say that a sunset is perfect without having seen every sunset? How can you say that a meal is perfect without having tasted every meal? How can you say that someone is perfect without seeing everybody and using that as a comparison? And that's what perfect is. It's a comparison to what we know. The meal can still be perfect because, in your opinion, every meal you've had in comparison with this falls short. Again, getting back to that definition where we talk about an exemplification of that state, of something being the best. So, what it really comes down to when you're working on something, you're creating art, or it's just in your daily life. Did you handle that perfectly? The only person who can judge that is you. So, if that's the case, then maybe what you should do is judge yourself fairly. We have a tendency to judge ourselves a little more harshly than perhaps we should. So, judge yourself with kindness. In other words, be the perfect version of you. How would you expect to treat other people? How would you like to be treated by them? Take those two pieces and apply them to how you treat yourself. So there are perfect works of art of people in the world who are not Barbie or Ken dolls. These weird, idealized structures who are in fact human with everything that comes with that and all of the wonderful differences that we have. So, when you're working on your art, what matters is what it means to you, and what matters is how you view it. So I hope that you give yourself the kindness to view yourself and your work with the intent that things will change over time. Some things may get better, some things may not. Things will change over time, and that's okay. And when it comes to people, well, I hope you find the perfect people to surround yourself with. Now, I know this one took kind of a tangent this time, but that's the point. Everything in the world, if it were flawless, would be boring. It'd be the same thing over and over and over again every single day. And that gives no variety, but more importantly, it gives no growth and no opportunity to get better. So that's what I got for you guys this week. I will talk to you all next week.